Hello, everybody. Welcome to the
Schmooze. And it's summer vacation.
Oh, yeah. I got a cold for the summer vacation.
I need some wine.
Yeah, I realized because like the adolescents, they finished earlier. So we've been in it already.
Yeah,
It's not like these are the first days.
Right. I think sometimes it's harder summer vacation with teenagers than with little children, because teenagers, it's like, they, on one hand, they have this expectation of you to plan everything. On the other hand, when you do plan, it's like, oh no, I'm sorry, I'm going off with my friends, and then there's this whole phone issue and television issue, computer issue. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that today.
So let's start with that.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. So, let's say in general, in my home, we use the computer a lot.
Yeah.
I mean,
and the phone.
I love watching movies. That's how we started on this podcast. To begin with. Love movies.
Although we've never done movies, to be fair,
we didn't do movies. Maybe next season we'll do movies.
Maybe music also.
And so on one hand, because I find it so much like enhancing and it really opens your mind, and since we're not, we can't afford right now like to go abroad and to see places, so they get to see places. And it also, like my son who draws a lot, so he's very inspired by these Japanese cartoons. Mainly they fight each other most of the time. So I'm not against it. Let's start. This is the basis, is that I am not against it. However, it's really hard to control how much time you dedicate to it. So I see, like, from the kids who have hobbies, who have something that interests them.
Right. So
some of them like use the media to get better at it. Like my son was a painter and draw, so he watches all kinds of like YouTube channel stuff, and we also bought him an online course to practice.
Wow. Okay.
And another son who plays the piano also does it with the seeing on
fun.
So that's not bad.
Okay.
I think, and I think our job is to communicate to them how important it is to do also activities outside.
I think it's hard to communicate that when I'm also, like that.
No, last night my son was, was like 11:30 at night, and he like opened the chapter on the computer, the series or something, and I said, enough with the computer and screen, and I'm like on the phone doing the same thing, and I started laughing.
It's like that mirror, like you can't tell somebody.
I said, that's
bothering
true.
You something.
That's true. I'm stopping right now as well. So we have to be in that awareness as well.
Right.
And I think, some people are like dead set and they become really aggressive about it. Even me growing up, like my mom was like, you're not going to watch this. And like we had a favorite show on Friday.
What was your show?
Zeze.
Okay.
And it was like we tried so hard to watch the show because that was the rerun. We couldn't see it in the middle of the week for some reason. Maybe we were at school and stuff like that. Nobody had phones. So at least we want to see the rerun on Friday. And I think if she would have understood that this is something that will help us and give us motivation, and she could have used that as something like, okay, so finish at least this and this and that, and then you can watch it.
Right.
But it was like total no. And I think we can't do total no's today.
I think it's because also stronger than us.
Yeah.
I think it's the addiction, and we can call it for what it is.
Yeah.
It is an addiction, and I'm addicted too. Shabbat goes out, the first thing I'm doing is I'm on my phone or I'm on a computer, and I can't expect my kids to do something that I'm not.
Yeah, we watch Grey's Anatomy every week.
Oh my God. That's funny. Aren't they finished yet?
No, apparently not. They survived COVID.
Oh wow.
Listen.
Wow. Wow. I have to say.
Everybody, at this stage, everybody's leaving the show.
Oh.
Okay. I'm not going to spoil it for you if you want to watch it.
There you go. Now I don't have to watch 20 odd years of Grey's Anatomy.
If you want to watch something really good.
No.
You should watch Scrubs.
Scrubs. Okay.
It's
Scrubs.
hilarious. It's a takeoff on all those hospital drama.
Okay. Note to future.
And it's a guy who speaks in his mind and dreams things up.
Fun.
It's so much fun. It's a lot of slapstick humor. It's a little gross, but it's so funny.
I'll keep it in mind.
It's so funny. A recommendation to our viewers.
Then I think that summer vacation starts with how we look at it.
Yeah.
Like for many years, I was looking at it going, "Oh my!"
You hated it.
I did not like it.
Totally.
I didn't like it.
I remember you always saying, "I'm waiting for the 1st of September."
Oh hell yeah!
September 1st.
Hell yeah!
That's my day.
Hell yeah! But I'm looking forward to September the 1st, right? But I'm also I made that switch where I'm going, I have my children. I have my children home now. I'm not working right now. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to be with my children. I'm going to give them opportunities. I'm going to give them something that is more valuable than money, and that is my time.
Nice.
And I mean, we're only at the beginning of summer.
Yeah.
So we'll see how long I last. But I think I made that switch when we had Corona and we were all stuck at home and we were doing homeschooling. And it was just like, these are my kids. This is wonderful. Why am I so against spending time with my kids? And why am I so, and I made that switch. It was a conscious switch that I made. And they have a lot of wisdom to them, a lot of humor, a lot of gifts, a lot of creativity. And I'm enjoying spending the time with them.
Yeah.
And I think maybe that's one way that we can battle the addiction. On my side too, I'm guilty. Just battle the addiction of the phone and the screen and just give people time. Because then they don't feel that they're so alone in the world. And,
right.
And they have to go back to their,
Yeah.
So
what kind of things do you do with your kids?
Okay, so we made a whole... I'm so not organized, but I have to have everything organized. Otherwise, I go like crazy. So we made one day where we're going to do some sort of creative stuff.
Great.
One day where we're going to do some sort of home repair project.
Wow.
One day where we're going to go to Yerushalayim and discover Yerushalayim. One day where we're going to have like a family dinner, I think. One day I think we're going to do some sort of around the area, like all the areas around the area.
Nice.
And I think I'm missing a day, and that's the day where I'll probably go crazy. I wrote it down. It's all on my fridge. The other thing I think is that, you get to summer vacation and it's like, people think that I'm a open checkbook. Here's the visa.
Yeah.
Here's money. Go ahead. Let's buy something else that we're not going to use. Let's just, pull out the visa. I'm not a bank.
Right.
I am not a flipping bank.
Right.
So I think we should talk about that because I think that's a very important issue to address. What do you think about that?
Well, I agree. And I think it starts with us as well. Like deciding what's a budget. How much do we want to spend on this chofesh and on the kids? And some of the things, you work, you buy it for yourself.
Right. Oh, totally.
And I think my kids, they know to prioritize that they know they're going to pay for stuff that they care about.
Right.
If it's like the Xbox Manui,
Ooh.
the subscription for the Xbox, I'm not going to pay for that.
Good for you.
You know. Well, last night we went over, we go once a week, we have a money date.
Fun.
And we go over the bank accounts and the credit cards and we see how we're doing and everything. And I see 40 shekels, Microsoft. I'm like, what? And I realize it's the subscription for the Xbox. And my son immediately said, I'm going to pay it back. I said, okay, great. And canceled the subscription. He said, I would like to have a subscription, but cheaper. I'm going to find out how I can do this cheaper.
Okay.
You know, it's you
That's
know,
impressive.
they become smart about money because we do our job to be on top of things and
Brilliant.
not like most Israeli households.
I love that.
Nobody runs the money.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knows how what's going on. In some households, there's one person in charge. In our household, nobody was in charge, and we still managed, you know. But at a certain point, I realized it's part of my responsibility.
Sure.
So that's definitely something we have to sit and talk about and see.
That's brilliant. I love
how
that.
much we want to invest. And another thing that we have,
I love the word that you just used.
invest.
Invest.
Yeah,
not spend.
it's not spend.
I love
it's not
that.
spend.
Or
it's
waste.
investing.
I love
That's
that.
what we first process
Beautiful.
that we did. We were how do you say minus in English?
Overdraft.
Overdraft. We were overdraft for years. And at a certain stage, we got a nice sum of money, and we kept covering the overdraft from it. And then when it got down to half, I was like, that's enough. Enough is enough. I just don't want to sit here and wait till everything goes. And we got help. And that was one of the first things that she taught us is there's no spending anymore. Only investing.
I love that.
Okay? Even when I pay my
that.
bills, my electricity, so I invest in having electricity for my family. I invest in having water for my showers and for cooking.
I love that. It's a mindset switch.
Yeah. So it's really the group where we have a WhatsApp group where we write what the money goes, and it's called Investing in Ourselves.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
So that's like a different mindset.
Mm-hmm.
When we're investing, how much money we want to invest.
I love that. I love that.
So
that is such a
so now we did a process with a different person, and we set some goals. Let's say for holidays and getaways. So we put aside each month a sum of money.
Beautiful.
In the bank, and then when we go on vacation. So we use that money and we like give it back to ourselves.
I love that.
So you don't find yourself like paying after you went to the vacation.
Right.
You pay for it and you just reimburse yourself.
I love it. I love that. So you have like different bank accounts?
No,
or
it's called it's a picadon.
Okay.
It's like you can do it in the bank. You can put like installments for 5 months, and then it gets back into your regular account, and you have to put it back again. It's a little pain, but you do it. You know, we do that, and so I have like one for car repairs, and one for vacations, one for unexpected stuff.
Beautiful.
For the gas, for the pool, for stuff that I know it's gonna come.
Right.
It's something I want to invest in. And I don't have to put like all the money in 1 month in the summer that it's already expensive as it is. So I do like little installments over the year.
I love that. That is
and then I have the money for the pool.
Beautiful.
Whatever.
Beautiful. Wow, that's it's like taking the whole year and cutting it into 12 pieces.
Yeah.
And then you have like the money for Pesach and the money for the Chagim.
Right, we have holidays.
And the money for brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And like most things, it sounds so simple. It doesn't sound like it's complicated.
Yeah, that part is not complicated.
You're saying there's another part that is.
No, there are other parts, trying to be on top of it online, not to come to the end of the month and see, wow, I spent so much, like knowing how much I can invest in this, how much I can invest in that,
I love that.
how much I have left. So that's now we're trying an app for that.
Oh yeah, which one?
It's called Family Biz.
Family Biz?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we connected all the bank accounts and the credit cards to it. And it's sort of like you can set goals, how much you want to spend in each category. Beautiful. And you can follow and see where you're at online and see, okay, wow, I spent a lot of money on this, so maybe I'll take off from that. Maybe I'll,
Amazing.
So we're just starting off.
Wow.
On that journey.
I think financial literacy is so important, and it's so important not only to teach yourself, but also to teach your children.
Oh, one of the things that made wonders for us, this process that we've been doing, it's like now maybe 5 years.
Okay.
Is really what it did for the kids. Because the kids, like you said, they think we're a bank and they want everything. Mm-hmm. But when they realize that we make choices all the time and we try to stay on the budget, and the first times I took them with me shopping so they could hold me back and make sure that I'm on the list, and whatever's not on the list we don't buy. That was like very strict in the beginning, and I really want to go back to that because that's the only way I could control. And if it's not on the list, I have to make a new list. I have to come again. So it really helps you, like the kids, once I used them and they were part of this process.
Beautiful.
So I remember they were pretty young, like 5 years ago, and we just started the process. We were like sort of like maybe 5 months into it, and we went to a Lego exhibition. And at the end of the exhibition, there's a Lego shop.
Obviously.
And you see all the kids in the shop going to their parents and saying, buy me this, buy me that. And my kids shut their faces. And I'm like, oh, that's amazing. And what I did in the car, I was like, let's see what our budget is. And I just shared it with them. And then when we walked out of the store, I said, that's amazing. You didn't ask me for anything. And they said, we know there's no budget. And it was like very simple for them, and they didn't come out like feeling bad. They felt it's okay, I can enjoy watching this, I can enjoy this, I don't have to have it.
Beautiful.
The emotional place, I think also, it's also with screens. It's also with stuff.
Okay.
Is like, I tell myself, if I have this, if I watch this, I'll feel better.
Like escapism.
Yeah. And it doesn't really work.
No.
I mean, you enjoy it while it lasts, and when it ends, you want more.
You're left
just
feeling
makes
empty.
You craving more.
Yeah.
And by not satisfying it, sometimes you have the enjoyment of the experience itself.
Interesting.
And that's it.
Interesting. That is very, very deep. I have to process that. It's going to take me a while. Interesting. But I think the more you involve kids in everything.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously there's things.
I haven't done any planning for the Chofetz yet. I didn't do any for the vacation. I don't know what we're going to do about that. Because I love planning. And then not doing what is.
Yeah.
Then I don't do it at all. But sometimes we do. Because I think it's important. Like, if we're going to plan, to have them on board. And to sit with them and to see what kind of stuff they want to do. And there are a lot of stuff you can do, and it doesn't cost you anything.
Right.
Like, I'm going to think about ideas that we did previous years. Like a MasterChef evening.
Fun.
Yeah. And we love, this is something we love doing, putting Just Dance on the screen and dancing, the whole family together. What else? I don't know. it's like you do have to think about it. I mean, I think when we'll all get together, maybe we'll
sit and plan it.
Plan it.
I think also like just the fact that they know, even if we're off schedule, off plan, just the fact that they know that there's something, even me, like if there's something that I know that I can refer to, and they've been part of this planning process. I made them active partners.
Yeah.
So they know what's going to happen. They know what we're going to do. They know what we're going to do, and that whole thing they were part of. So they feel more invested in it.
Yeah.
They don't have to agree with it.
Yeah.
But they're part of it,
I want to say another thing.
Okay. For
many years, I thought, like, if it's something that we're going to do with family, then the whole family has to come.
Mm-hmm.
We have, like, a big family vacation. And the motto there is, nobody is allowed not to participate in anything.
Ooh.
And why?
Okay.
Because we know how much investment goes into this, money-wise,
right,
and planning-wise, and it's just unfair, for the people who plan it, for the people who invest in it. That some people say, "Oh, that's not for me. I'm not going to show up," or whatever.
Right.
So it's valid in my eyes. It's valid to have that approach, but like myself and my personal family,
okay,
is like. Even part of the family is a family. So whoever wants to join on this thing is welcome. And it took me a long time to get to that point in my life, to release the people who are not interested in this activity from that activity.
Right.
And it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to come.
Right.
And you don't have to participate. If this is not your thing, okay. And it's a letting go. It's a lot of letting go.
That's huge.
Because a lot of times, like, even when we let go, so we feel like disappointed,
or guilty
that they didn't come, and too bad for them. No, they're mature people, even the 13-year-old or whatever, even a 5-year-old kid, they make choices. And they, they're responsible for their choices.
I hear what you're saying.
It happened once that there was like this beautiful fair, not far from us, like 10 minutes away. And my kid was having a day, very fit. And he's like, I'm not coming with you. I'm not coming with you. Okay, stay home. I took 2 kids. And, we had a great time. While I was there, I was like, working with myself to release it because I felt really bad for him.
Right.
But still, you made a choice.
You made a choice. I think what you're saying, it resonates because I feel, because we don't have a Sunday in this country.
Yeah.
So I feel that you never see family. And, that's what we used to do on Sunday. You used to go and visit family. And now you don't have that Sunday to visit your family. So you never see family. Also, everybody lives so far away, it's hard to find that day. So you're either having a bris or getting married or dying. And if you're dying, then you can't really appreciate it because you're dead. But you never see family. So for me, like, my sister lives in Shiloh, so we're very close. And our kids are the same age. So we get together. We make an effort to get together because it's important to us. But my brothers are like, oh, yeah, maybe, I don't know. And it's painful. It's like you said, disappointing and hurtful. Like, what, you're too good for us? And just the fact that you said, just let it go. It's very like, I have to work on that.
Yeah. I read today something really powerful is that by Winnicott, who was a child psychologist.
Okay.
And he said their parents' job is to be left by their kids to become somebody who releases, the kids, because that's what we're going to do eventually, But it's not like the connection disconnects. It's not like disconnecting like a lot of people in America do that.
Okay.
But it's releasing. It's like You have your own life to live. You have your own choices to live. I'm always here from you. You can always like fall back. You can always get my support, my attention, whatever. Right. But the parenting becomes very different as they grow older.
Yeah.
And what they need from us is not what they need for us when they're small. The guidance, sometimes they'll ask us for advice, but that's very rare. Most of the time, it's just be here for me.
Just give me love.
Yeah, just give me love. Just listen to me. If I want your advice, I'll ask you.
Right. And if I don't want your advice, keep quiet.
Yeah. And I think it's very important for us to be like releasing, letting them.
What did I hear? Give your children roots to know where home is and wings to fly and find their own place.
Beautiful.
I try to live by that, but I'm not so successful.
Yeah. Okay, now I want to talk about one more thing, and then we'll wrap it up.
Okay.
Boundaries.
Oh, that's a big one.
So, boundaries have a lot to do with trust.
Okay.
You really have to trust your kids. Mm-hmm. And the boundaries have to come with trust. I think, like, if you try to set boundaries without trusting your kids, then it's clash. If you set a boundary because you don't trust them, so it's sort of like you have to set the boundary, okay, because you don't trust them. But when you set a boundary out of trust, it's so much better. Because then they have to find like their inner force,
right,
to go by that boundary,
I think I'm gonna take what you said and just expand on it one little bit. That if you explain beforehand why you're setting the boundary, to begin with,
and a lot of times I will like tell my kids, let's say about an hour to go to sleep. Something very simple like that. And so I'll ask them, what do you think is a reasonable hour to go to sleep during the big vacation? Okay? And what are the consequences of it?
Mm-hmm.
What's important to you? Do you want to wake up at a certain hour in the morning?
Right.
If you go to sleep at 3 o'clock in the morning, how will you wake up? If you have a job, if you have this, you have that.
Right.
So to try to make them think about it, to try to make them come up with an answer.
Good one.
And the younger kids, I'll give an option. They say, you want to go to sleep at 10 or 10:30? What do you prefer?
Ooh.
And then like younger kids are so happy with that because they're like, ooh, I could choose 10:30.
I think I'm still at the stage where I said so.
Yeah. But when you give them choice, they really become more responsible, And also about phone, like my younger son, I asked him, how much time do you want to spend on the phone? When do you want to shut off your screen? Because he already knows, he already paid attention that he falls asleep much better if he spend a few hours without the screens before he goes to sleep.
Right.
So at what time do you want to tell yourself that's enough?
I love that. I love that. It's making them responsible adults.
Yeah.
Even when they're like little children.
Yeah.
It's giving them that framework that they can be a responsible, committed adult.
Yeah,
and I love that.
And also listening into yourself and noticing stuff.
Right.
Because if we don't tell them, they won't notice. It just go by. But this is like a chance. This is a very good big chance. So everybody invest.
I love that.
Invest in yourself.
I'm going to take that.
Invest in your kid. Let the kids become more aware. And I think that will make them more responsible, more dependable, more trustworthy.
Ooh, I like that. And what I'm going to add is just give your children the most valuable thing that you can do, and that is your time.
Yeah.
Be fully present in whatever you do. You can sit and pick your nose, pick your toes, pick your whatever, but be there. Be fully present in whatever you do.
Oh, you gave me a great idea.
What, you're going to have a nose-picking session?
No, a massage session.
Ooh.
That would be so great. Massage, reflexology.
Nahan.
You know, everybody sitting around in a circle doing one for each other or something.
Nice.
It could be fun.
It could be fun. Yeah, you do the hair, you do the head, you do the back, you do the... Nice.
That could be... It's free of charge.
There you go.
Laughter session. And of course, if we talked about screens, of course, movie night with popcorn.
With popcorn, totally.
Yeah, and Ben and Jerry's.
There's so much you can do, and there's so much. I'm saying this first to myself that there's summer vacation is such a big and great opportunity.
And also, do you know that research mentioned that the most memorable vacations or outings that kids remember are usually the ones that are free, like going to the beach or going on a hike.
Fun.
Those are the most memorable moments.
All right,
so
we're going to do a lot of free moments, children.
So just
create a lot of memories.
You know, it's amazing.
Yeah,
it's amazing because like we think, oh, we need to do the big things, and what they remember is a lot of like just free stuff. We went to the beach and these stupid kids threw sand at us and whatever. On that note, have a happy vacation. Enjoy your summer.
And summer hard. Enjoy your children.
Yeah.
And enjoy yourself.
Your time.
Enjoy yourself. Give time for yourself also.
Yeah.
That's huge. Yeah. And we will be airing a video next week, but we won't be doing a live one. Yeah, Ella's going on vacation. You're on vacation.
Yeah.
Next week.
Oh,
so we're gonna air
maybe we can record another one. We still have time. We'll see you when we see you.
We'll see you when you see you.
Bye.
Bye.